glad that you all have come here today to help us celebrate. The cake will be here through 2:30, and so we hope that other residents will also come and enjoy. See, Jackson's liking it too already. I wanted to introduce my colleague to my right, or to your left, John Figueroa. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And I also, sliding there in the corner is our immediate past mayor, John Knibe, and our current administrator for the township. I would be remiss in not introducing someone who went before me as the first woman mayor of Pennsauken, asked me and encouraged me to grow with this town and to think about running for office at some point, our former mayor, Jerry Tobacco. And just coming in now, my deputy mayor, our deputy mayor, your deputy mayor, Jack Killian. In the back of the room, we have a display of some of the historic landmarks in Pennsauken, and I want to thank Bob Fisher-Hugh, our resident historian, for bringing that with him today. Around the walls in this room and also in the municipal building across the parking lot are many old photos of Pensauken's history. We also have on this wall the proclamations that were given to the town when we turned 100. So feel free to walk around and to visit the municipal building during the year anytime you want and take a look at some of those pictures. We have a proud history here, and we've been blessed with many people to share in its growth, and we are happy to have you and your children here as part of our future. The cast of The Wedding Singer, our upcoming high school musical, or Pennsauken High School musical, and they are just coming from rehearsal, so their vocal cords should be ready for you. You may join in if you like. Cast of Wedding Singer.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pennsauken. Happy birthday to you.
Before we do the unveiling of our cake, I want to introduce our cake maker. And who has not in this room ever heard of DiBartolo's Bakery? Not heard of it? Okay, 2 people. How many of you have heard of DiBartolo's? Okay, so I want to, without further ado, introduce Al DiBartolo.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. My name's Al DiBartolo, and I just want to say thank you guys so much. If you don't know anything about us, DiBartolo's, and I wouldn't be standing here without Pennsauken. The bakery was in Pennsauken on Marlton Pike from 1969 to 1991. We'll be approaching our 50th year next year. And what makes a town great? It's the people. And I'm biased. My parents still live in Pennsauken, so over 40 years. I'm a graduate of Pennsauken High School. I like to think of myself as a Pennsauken success story. I'm very proud of Pennsauken, and what makes a town great? It's the people, period. And I think Pensauken's the best. So without further ado, oh, and one other thing too. DiBartolo's is going to offer every Pennsauken resident for the entire month of March a nice discount. Just show an ID or some form of something, and we will honor that for anything. Wedding, you can use it, enjoy it. Thank you so much. And should I open it now?
Hang on one second. So Al, who taught you how to bake cakes?
Well, I get asked that a lot. It was a job I really didn't want. And I tried everything to not be at the store. And it was like, perfect example, I would draw a lot in school. I would doodle. I was famous for getting thrown out for doodling. I didn't know where to put my artwork. And at the time, before the cake business evolved to what you see on TV all the time, anyone who watches Food Network, cakes weren't like that before. They were just kind of basic. So I didn't know where to put my artwork. And even my own family would be like, what, you know, they didn't think of me drawing on cakes was anything special, but I'm glad I stuck with it. And persistence always wins over everything. So you guys ever have a dream out there, you know, and it seems like it's not rewarding, just keep going. Don't stop. Don't listen to what anyone says. Do it. And you're not defined by who you are or where you're from. You're defined by your limitations you put on yourself. So with that and with a heavy hand on me, I just took the reins, and we've been very blessed. We've had some ups and downs, hasn't been perfect, but to do this stuff on TV and what I do, and I feel I still represent Pennsauken and South Jersey especially, which is always very supportive of us. And we can't be here without, you know, you and the community. And I believe in service, and I feel like this is a way to serve it. You know, so it's a reward for me, and especially to be asked by my home township to come out here today. It's really that's more rewarding than anything. So I really do appreciate it, and I thank you all so much. I'd love to take the cake out.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and keep going.
So can I ask my colleagues John and Jack to come over here, and everybody, you're going to do a drum roll for us while Al unveils this lovely cake.
That's awesome. No peeking yet.
No peeking.
Bang the table, Betsy.
Don't bang the table.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I might just have someone just hold the lid for me up so it doesn't smash it.
I get to hold the lid.
You did all this artwork?
I did.
Oh, it's magic.
Alright, so
Maybe I'll have you guys move. Now, I get asked all the time, they give me a picture of something, so I copy it. So if you guys have seen that little flag over here at the podium, this is what we got. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, just so you know, there's going to be plenty of cake for everybody. Mr. DiBartolo also made several sheet cakes for us to share with the community throughout the day, and maybe even with the library staff. We are going to ask Al to cut it. I don't know where you will cut
You're not
it.
gonna cut this
Well,
one,
I'll
right?
maybe,
Or what's it made of?
I
What
can
do you
go
have
from the
in
back. It's vanilla and chocolate.
Okay.
I mean, I can cut it through the back or I can cut it through the back.
You're the
You
expert.
decide. You're the expert.
Well, I
Well,
think-
you need a volunteer. Who wants the first piece?
Oh, yeah!
All right, come on, then we'll get, she'll be the second too. First and second.
Come on up. Come on up. You want to pick
Come on,
Come on.
yeah, both of you.
All
right.
Yes.
All right. You and you. All right.
And Mom, no studying tonight, right?
All right. That's a lot of icing. Mom might be mad at me later on. I don't know. Let's see.
See if there's any cake in there.
Oh, look at that. Baby, here you go, honey. Here you go.
Wow.
Ready for yours?
We better give you a napkin too. Oh, there you are.
Look at that. Don't eat all that icing. Okay, and there you go.
So you guys, you're gonna be the mayor, is when we celebrate our 150th, right? Okay, so before you all come up to get a piece of cake and you know, some water, or to look at some of the things that we have around the ground, we have a couple proclamations to read, and we're going to make quick time of that so that you can enjoy the cake. Just a second.
It's really nice.
We are,
This cake, I don't think it's
I think it was good.
that would be important. I'm sorry. We are blessed in Pennsauken to have had many public servants leave Pennsauken and go into higher office. So, we were able to ask for proclamations from our assembly and our Senate. Senate President Steve Sweeney came from Pennsauken, and our Congressman Donald Norcross has also given us a proclamation, as well as the county. So we could be here for a while. So I'm just going to take a couple things out of some of these that spoke to me as we were getting these ready. Sorry. On February 18th, 1892, the state of New Jersey officially created the municipality of Pennsauken Township. Prior to its incorporation, our community was already a thriving place, originally inhabited by the Lenape Indian tribe, whose home was along the shores of the Delaware River. Pennsauken was the word in their language that meant tobacco pouch. Although it's uncertain if this is the exact derivation of the word in their language, many have suggested that the Penn is a reference to celebrated icon William Penn, and that the word sauk comes from the Lenape term for water inlet. No matter its origin, our community has always been around with natural resources and people who have contributed to our shared history. Whereas the Borough Dover House, Griffith Morgan House, and Vanell Tavern are historic places that hearken to the past of our great town, they represent the generations before each of us who were part of the future of Pennsauken. Fish House Cove was a beacon for the artisan class of Philadelphia, and many sought the shorelines of Pennsauken at both the Delaware and Tippins Pond for sunbathing and swimming. Industry began to grow, education became a solid foundation, and our town developed by leaps and bounds with each successive generation. Whereas Pennsauken has been home to the likes of many notable individuals, our diversity has always been a hallmark of this unique community. Microbiologist and Professor Harold Amos, the first African-American department chair of the Harvard Medical School, feminist painter and printmaker Dottie Addy, and Supreme Court Justice Albert Burling all came from
Pennsauken.
We have heralded major sports figures from our neighborhoods, major players like David Griggs, Dwight Hicks, Todd McNair, as well as John and Keith Taylor, found their start at Pennsauken High School. In addition, countless politicians, authors, military figures have all gone before us to represent Pennsauken in the last 125 years. As we embark on this celebration, it's important to focus on the successful vision of our future, for it lay within each and every one of us. The ability for a diverse but close-knit community that commits to make this the best place for all of us to call home is the key to our success. Our kindness, ingenuity, determination, and cooperation are what sustain a town and helps propel it forward. May this community always work together for the common good, and may future generations look back 125 years from now and celebrate the foundation that we are laying today and throughout this year. Now, therefore, I, Betsy McBride, Mayor of Pennsauken, along with the members of Township Committee, hereby commemorate the 125th birthday celebration for Pennsauken and the year-long events that give us the opportunity to honor our amazing community. We pay homage to our past, celebrate our present, and look to the future with excitement. Happy birthday, Pennsauken.
All right.
So before I have my colleagues come up, if they choose to say any words, I also wanted to tell you that we have a couple of really very exciting things beginning to take shape in Pennsauken this year. And I unfortunately don't have a picture of the new changes to our MART site. Everybody knows the Pennsauken MART site, right? Well, it's been empty for 15 years, and it was not Pensauken's, doing. It was actually county land, but they negotiated and found a developer who will begin to develop the Pennsauken Mart with 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. We hope, knock on wood, that we're breaking ground in 2017, and it would be fitting that we will. Also, there's commercial development available in that location, so that if anybody knows of anybody who might want to have a site there, there's 6 acres of additional available for commercial development already. And over to your right is a rendering of us redoing the park at the Delaware River. It is the Delaware Gardens Riverfront Park, and it will have a path that'll take you to Tippins Pond. So we're kind of getting ourselves back down to the river. We've written a grant for it. We want you all to pray for that grant to go through so that we can make that a reality. If we don't get that grant, we're going to keep trying because we do want to open up that park to public use along the river. And so without further ado, I'd like to call up Jack Killian.
Everybody smile.
You want the cake?
Yeah, well, that's what I was just going to say. I'm going to be very brief because we got to get to the cake. I just want to say a couple things. Betsy, thank you very much for this and our administrators and the people in town, part of the committee, on getting this together to kick off our 125th anniversary in Pennsauken. How about a big round of applause? And the other thing is, Betsy covered a lot of stuff, the proclamation, some of the neat things that are going on in town. That park down there, when my kids were little, we used to go down there and play. It's really, really nice. And if this grant comes through, everybody will be able to enjoy it, no matter whether you're 6 or you're 60 or 120. It's going to be nice. It's really going to be nice. So one last thing, then I'm going to shut up, and then we get to the cake and start celebrating this party the way you should, is we're 95 to 99% sure that we're going to have on the municipal side a 0% tax increase for the 5th year. How about a round of applause? So, past mayors, past deputy mayors, past committee and current committee people and whatnot, past administrators and whatnot, everybody worked very hard in the township, all the people that work over the municipal building. I think it has to go out there in a positive way because it is positive, and that's going to help us keep on doing good things in town by be fiscally responsible and keep on adding and doing what we're doing, having celebrations like this, and we've got a lot of good things coming. But I said it wasn't going to be long, so. Who wants cake? Raise your hand. All right. How are you going to do this, Betsy? Because I'm not good. I want a piece soon. Hey, listen, I just had some surgery and whatnot. This is all cholesterol-free, perfectly healthy for me to eat, right? Okay, because I don't want my wife yelling at me.